All right, here we are at the Foster's Brewing Development Unit. It's 8:30 on a Wednesday morning and I've got a pint of barley wine in my hand. We're checking out the Oktoberfest that Mick and Co are very generously brewing for us for the conference. Claude's doing all the hard work, Simon's up there giving him a hard time, asking stupid questions, and we're down here having a beer. In a minute we'll go and check out what's all happening. I think they're ramping up in a minute to lauder. And yeah, let's go check it out.
And what's the grain bill?
Well, it's 100% malt. We've got normal lager malt. It's about 40%. Then we've got an equal mix of Vienna and Karamunic type 1. So it should come out really, really well. And we've got Munich malt in there as well.
All right, Mick, so what do you really think about our choices of styles? We, just as a bit of background, we've been arguing a lot amongst ourselves and the committee as to what kind of beer, because Mick said anything you want you can have basically, and when we found out we could have 2 beers we thought, oh well, we better have 2 beers then instead of 1. Claude's rolling his eyes in the background there, poor guy, the one who has to make it. But what do you think of our choice of wacky styles?
Well, actually you've picked 2 of the most traditional styles, and which is a very smart thing to do. The barley wine it will be a beer that will last a long time, so it's a real keeper, and so it's good to have as a giveaway. And your conference is in October, so it's an ideal time to make an Oktoberfest style product. The kettle itself is steam. It's got dimples at the bottom and at the side, so to help heat up the system. We do have a thimble tower in the middle there, so that when the tube settles out, it allows us to pull clear wort.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yep.
so that's what that tower is.
Yep.
Right at the
That's quite
side.
nice. So you leave. Oh, it's oh right, yeah. Sorry,
It's concave, sorry.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And we've got a centrifugal aperture at the side here,
So you can whirlpool.
we whirlpool in here.
Yeah. Mick, I noticed you're running the hot water down the side of the kettle, so you're not concerned about hot aeration?
In ideal circumstances, and if we'd have actually built the kettle, it would have gone in from the bottom. We inherited this unit. That being said, we've compared our product here with the plant product, and the plant runs from the bottom up, so minimising oxygen, and there's no variation that we could ever pick up.
The other thing you're doing differently here is latering for an hour or an hour and a half. Is that something that you find is necessary? Because most home brewers would do a lot shorter latter, of course.
Well, the thing is that it's important to do it at a very constant state and not too quickly. If you do it too quickly, we run into a lot of lautering problems. Also, you will be pulling through a lot of material and making our wort dirty. Dirty wort is the worst thing that can possibly happen to a brewer, because
Is that a function of your setup or of a universal brewing?
It's a universal brewing thing. If you pull too quickly, you will get material coming through that is undesirable. So it's important that we get all of our stability set right very early on. And if we get dirty wort, you actually suppress the flavour formation in the fermenting, in the primary fermentation. So it's important that we get nice clear wort.
Is dirty wort, like, does that refer to like lipids or something, or are you talking about
lipids,
literally looks dirty, or taste?
So if you have like also an inefficient boil, because you remember after this stage here, it's too late. Once you go into the fermenter, virtually you're locked in. So at this stage here, it's very important that if you have a good rolling boil, you want to remove all those sort of like those protein materials, insoluble protein materials. Because if you get that protein material through into there, that's going to affect your brew as well too. And as Mick sort of said, the flavour the yeast is going to produce, it's like the yeast is working in there with baggage on its back. Yeah. It can't produce to its optimum because it's weighed down already.
Palatale traditions. First hop gift.
I always love putting kettle hops in. I just always have. It's like burning essential oils, isn't it? You just sort of like stand over it and just take it all in for that 5-10 minutes before they're all sort of like gone. But the oils themselves, as you know, in the hops, like control the boil very well too. So at times, if we're doing a brew that's sort of we're not adding kettle hops in there, what we do is use like what's called base extract. Usually the big brewers do that. Base extract's great. It's just like a sort of paste. It's like a jammy sort of paste. It's a byproduct of the hop extraction process, but it sort of controls the boil really well. It's the same as like adding a half a teaspoon of olive oil to your boiling water before you put the pasta in. To get that nice like rolling sort of like boil. Yeah.
All right, here we are in front of Unitank number 1, which is holding our other conference beer. Today we're brewing an Oktoberfest type deal for basic conference drinking, and here we've got a commemorative beer for everyone to take home a nice champagne bottle of. It's a barley wine, and this is it. This is straight from the tank at 0.0 degrees. Doesn't look real pretty. It's fairly murky, and it's got a lot of chunks in it, but it's tasting pretty good. It's fairly strong. It's about 8.7%, I think Mick said. Bit fruity and sweet, bit of brown sugar, crystal malt, fairly bitter. Still tastes a bit like toothpaste this stage of the morning, but other than that, pretty good. Yeah, so the basic idea is that we'll have one batch of beer to drink at the conference, courtesy of these guys, and another one to take home. Okay, Mick, the question on everyone's lips, why on earth would you want to be associated with such a bunch of handsome devils as ourselves?
Well, the funny thing is that I really enjoy these sorts of things, and I consider it, and strangely enough, our big monster company considers it very important for the small person to actually develop a beer culture, and it is vital for our entire industry, so that the more that we can do to help the little boy, the better we like it. And we're always out there lending a bit of a hand to the micros if they ask for it, and more than welcome to do that sort of thing. And this was
Okay, now the boil's rolling along and we're thinking of heading off. We'd love to thank Mick and Claude for all their work, and Foster's especially. These guys have been fantastic putting up with us all morning. As a way of signing off, we'd like to announce that we're having a naming contest for all these beers. We've just come up with some terrible names, so we thought we'd leave it up to you guys. We're going to have a contest on the website. Send in your names. We've got an Oktoberfest and a barley wine for you to name. The 2 winning entries will be put up on the website, and you'll get some commemorative beer as a prize.